Hello, welcome everyone to our first interview in the I Am Legendary mini interview series, where we'll be talking about women in our community, about the powerful impact of Legend, the Cosmic Cowgirls course has had in their lives. My name is Milagros Soriano Rivera, and I am your host today. I'm a Color of Woman intentional creativity teacher and guild member, as well as a MUSEA team member. Ooh, breathing that all in. I'm excited. I'm just so excited. I get the jitters. I'm excited because I'm in the presence of Legend itself. So today we'll be interviewing legendary woman Mulnick, and would love for you to introduce yourself to us, Uma.
All right. Thank you, Milagros. It's wonderful to be here with you today as well. And I'm honored to be asked to help to launch this wonderful new mini-series that we have. So I am Uma Mulnick. You also may see me in many of our apps and Facebook, etc., as Uma Joy. I am a 2013 Color of Woman graduate, and I am a Intentional Creativity Guild member, and very often seen in various staff positions in our community. I'm also one of your hearth tenders in the Red Thread Cafe with Rosie Mack. And so yeah, I'm really excited to share information about what it means to be your legendary self and what the process of legend is and has done for me as well as for other people. Thank you for having me here, Milagro.
Oh, always a pleasure to share space with you, my sister. Thank you for being with us today. I see that you have more than one beautiful painting behind you. Are they all legends? I have mine behind me, so that's just awesome. But are all your paintings, if you want to tell us a little bit about your paintings?
Hey, I have two legends behind me. This one over here to this other side is Ritual, which is still very much in process. So my first legend painting was actually in 2013, and it is not here with me. Long ago, when I started Color of Woman, legend was part of the curriculum. Now it is a prerequisite for the curriculum. And I think that that was a wonderful change, as it is such an in-depth process that really helps to open the doors and set the foundation for so much of what we do in Color of Woman. And by itself, as a standalone program, the legend painting or legendary self painting is an incredible in-depth process. So the larger one here is held by her ancestors, true to her heart. And she was done this past September as a part of Vivid when we did Legendary Self. So Cosmic Cowgirls, which is under the umbrella of MUSEA and Intentional Creativity, and maybe it's not even under the umbrella, it is one of the main umbrellas that so much of this is a part of. And so Cosmic Cowgirls is who sponsors Legendary Self, or the Legend Painting every year. And when I did this in 2013, I really had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I said yes to when I said yes to Color of Woman. It's like, push this button here, and something inside of me said push the button, and so I did. And long story, and here I am today, and never regretted a moment of it, never looked back. It's been life-saving in so many ways.
That's awesome. I was listening to you say that, and I was just wanting to ask you at that point, what inspired you to take the Legend, Cosmic Cowgirls course to begin with?
Well, so in the very beginning, I didn't know anything about Legend. I didn't know anything about Shiloh, and I had done some work years before with Amy Ehlers and she and I were having a conversation on the phone about the great work that she and Shiloh and Christine Arilo were doing together. And we were talking about changes that had gone on in my life since the last time we had spoken. And she asked me if I knew Shiloh, and I said no. And she said, you know, what you're talking about, this may be exactly what you're looking for. And so we got off the phone, and I was like, well, there's no way I can do this course because of A, B, C, D. And I said, and who said? And so I wrote her or called her back, whatever it was, and I said, I'm in. And then I got off the phone and I looked at Shiloh's website, and Color of Woman Teachers Training. How can you teach painting online? And I pushed the button and showed up for the Great Work Weekend and had my interview with Shiloh, and it was all, you know, it's gone from there. So the first legendary painting was part of that process. And because I was in the midst of a divorce and every change you can imagine in life, I was a lot more on survival mode right then. And I always wanted to do Legend again. And I had heard from many of the other graduates and Cosmic Cowgirls that they did Legend every year. And for whatever reason in life situations, I didn't do it again until this past fall. And that's when I did it. And it was so incredibly powerful in terms of understanding, changing that old story into what does it mean to be a legend? What does it mean to live your legendary self? And not this prescript and not the default, but really making those choices that I am consciously choosing how I want to live my now and towards my future, as opposed to being directed by my past. And with that, as you know, Milagros, it was just recently opened that guild members who are Color of Women graduates can look at teaching legendary self as well. And Olivia Oso and I said yes. And so that's what this second painting is. And
she's
she
beautiful.
is called Honoring You. And so she was the teaching painting during our recent awakening, creating your mythic self. And so just in the last, whatever it's been, 8 or 9 months, I've done 2 legendary paintings. And it really has helped me to become conscious to the concept of being conscious, aware of, am I on a default setting, or is this something I have chosen consciously? And that is my preference of how I live my life, is being conscious on what I do.
That's amazing, amazing. And I've been just blessed to be able to witness you as well on your journey, working with you and being in classes with you and doing Legend with you as well. So I'm just so honored to share in that experience. And what is it about IC? You pretty much told us your passion about IC and what it does, intentional creativity, and how it builds awareness. How have you noticed the impact on your beloveds and the people that you've, the students that you've taught Legend to, or any other of your processes?
Yes, and that is what I do with my life. Is for many years I was a chiropractor, and I'm in the midst of licensing in New Mexico since my move here. But mostly my life is spent with intentional creativity, whether through COVID, has opened up the online teaching, as well as now it's reopening as in person. And the whole concept of empowering, especially women and girls, though I've been one of the from the beginning, it's like, but we need to educate and awaken our men as well. And I'm still in in that frame of mind that we are all in this, and yet I am kind of like that ocean liner that is turning, and sometimes it takes, a big turn to get an ocean liner to turn around. But yes, my main focus is with women and girls, and that empowerment that so many of us, and I include myself in this group, in that we show up with these old stories, and what has brought many of us to this moment right now. And what I love about intentional creativity, including Legendary Self, is we're not looking at dragging up all those old stories. When they come up, yes, address them, let them heal, but how does that, we're right here. And so how can we use that, allow it to compost, and go forward? Because what I want is to live myself fully in this moment, right now, and allow that to direct me to the future, as opposed to, oh, poor me, this happened to me way back when. And I don't discount any of that. We have many pains, and those too bring us to where we are right now. And so how can we allow that, as not saying it had to happen and, oh yes, it was all meant to be, and I'm not going to go into all that. It happened. My choice is, what do I want to do about it? And for me, I don't want to wallow back there. If it comes up now, stopping me from doing what I'm doing or going towards what I want, okay, let me look at it. What do I need to do to heal it, to change it, to address it, to go to the canvas and paint the dots of prayers, to move the paintbrush and allow it to go from here to here across the bridge, whatever terminology works. Yes, let's heal that part of it, but I don't have to go through all of the old stories. And I go forward, and maybe another one comes up and I'll deal with that one. But what I see is a commonality in so many ways of many women and girls, of things that we have gone through. And this is an amazing, powerful, powerful way to move through it and living our best self, our whole self.
Yes, I witnessed that.
Other piece on that is, we talk in this community about our red thread and our connection, and what is our piece of the red thread. And I was having a conversation with my son the other day, and he said, Mom, like you talk, he goes, what is your piece of the red thread? And what came to me in that moment differently than, usually my piece of the red thread is supporting others to live to their highest self and to leave this world a better place than I found it. And what came to me in that moment was my piece of the red thread is to live in my highest self so that I can do all these other things that I want to do. And that's what intentional creativity has brought forward for me.
You are heard, sister. You are heard, and you are definitely living that piece, and you live it wonderfully. And you are living your legendary self, so I'm witnessing you in that. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. Let's breathe that in. It's like just awesome being in space with you. It's been really fun and inspiring. If anyone watching, if you have any questions about the course and the specific questions for Uma, you can definitely ask them in the chat and stick around the live stream. We'll try to answer a few of those. If not, Uma will definitely be more than happy to answer those in her time. This is the first of a series, and it's the I Am Legendary mini interview series that's going to be coming to you live each week this month in July before Legend launches officially on August 1st. All right. To learn more about Legends Cosmic Cowgirls course or register to join us for this incredible painting experience, check out www.thelegendcourse.com. Okay, again, www.thelegendcourse.com. This course runs for 6 weeks and is guided by Shiloh Sophia, supported by the members of our Intentional Creativity Guild, which I am one of. I will be working with Shiloh as well as Trish O'Malley and many others. And we're so looking forward to having those that register. So I'm going to be looking forward to that, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I want to thank you again, Uma, for being a part of this with us and for sharing your legendary journey and for being the legend that you are. Thank you all for showing up today and for being part of the legendary women that, you are. We'll see you again next week. May love be at the center of all our choices.